Hi everybody, my name is Deana and I'm a home cook. If you enjoy cooking for your family and friends as much as I do, subscribe to my channel by clicking the subscribe button and click on the notification bell to get alerts about new videos. Give a thumbs up to this video. If you enjoy my cooking, let me know in the comment section below. Today I'm making a Vietnamese noodle dish called Pot Bún Riêu, which is a Vietnamese vermicelli noodle made with seafood and pork meatballs. Sometimes tofu is added along with fresh herbs to enhance the flavors of this dish. Its main seasoning includes shrimp paste or crab paste. In addition, tomatoes are another flavoring agent in here. It creates a sweet, tangy tomato broth soup along with the seafood. I'll be cooking the Bún Riêu in my 8-quart Instant Pot today because I just love the ease and quickness of the Instant Pot. While the Instant Pot is stewing away and making my broth taste amazing, I can prepare all the fresh stuff in the noodles at the same time. Let's get cooking. First, we'll pre-boil some pork bones to remove all the debris, broken little bits of bones that's been produced by the shaving or cutting of the bone. To this, add 1 tablespoon of salt to help cleanse the bones off and reduce the smell from the meat itself. I always add boiling hot water to it to help speed up the process. Once you add water to it and bring it to a boil, you'll want to boil this for 10 to 15 minutes to clean out the blood, the debris, and the bits of bones that have been broken. Afterwards, rinse it under warm water from the tap, rubbing all sides of each bone to remove any loose pieces or blood that comes out from the pre-boiling process. This will produce a beautiful, clean broth without debris. After cleaning, set the bones aside for later. Let's begin the base for our broth. You will need 8 medium tomatoes. I'm using heirloom tomatoes. Slice them up into wedges. Half the tomatoes will go into the pot now and then the other half later on. You will also need a 2 to 3 inch ginger piece sliced in half. You will also need a 14-ounce can of crab paste or minced crab and spices or shrimp and spices. The Instant Pot is an 8-quart Instant Pot. Set it to saute mode. Add in 4 tablespoons of olive oil. Add 1 tablespoon of garlic, minced garlic. I generally pre-prep my garlic and make a big batch of them. I process them in oil and freeze them so that I can use them anytime during a weeknight where I don't have time to chop up garlic. It is a huge time saver and makes cooking go so much faster. Add in your sliced ginger to let it start to build up some aroma. Saute the garlic and ginger for 3 to 5 minutes until fragrant. Be sure to stir so that you don't burn your garlic and ginger. Once fragrant, add half of the tomatoes that you've chopped earlier and let the juices come out. Allow the tomatoes to saute for 3 to 5 minutes until juices start to form. Add the pork bones into the pot. Time to add more seasoning and flavor to this soup. We'll begin with 2 tablespoons of the minced crab and spices. If you don't have this container, you can always use crab paste. It will work the same way. Crab paste usually comes in a small glass jar, and you'll probably need 2 jars to season your broth. Time to add water. Using hot boiling water, fill it up to the halfway line in your Instant Pot. Using hot boiling water will speed up the pressurizing of your Instant Pot. Add 1 stick of palm sugar. This will balance out the tangy, salty flavor of the broth. 2 tablespoons of salt. Half a cup of chicken bouillon or mushroom bouillon. Give it a good stir to marry everything together. Be sure to only fill the water up to the halfway point. We need room to cook the meatballs later after stewing the bone. Turn off the saute mode. It's time to let the magic of Instant Pot happen. With the vent open, close the lid, and then close the vent. Set the mode onto broth or soup, and set the timer for 30 minutes. Then you'll allow it to natural release for 30 minutes before letting out all the pressure. Now it's time to prep all the veggies and fresh ingredients. I love to fill up my soups and Vietnamese dishes with a lot of herbs and spices. I think that it enhances the flavor and adds a little something extra to the soup. Cut up a lime into small wedges so that your guests can add it to their soup. I'm using a lot of different vegetables and herbs. You can choose whichever ones to use to your liking. Thinly slice a quarter of a large green cabbage. Thinly slice half of a small purple cabbage or a quarter of a large one. Thinly slice a medium red onion. Slice up some of your favorite chilies. I've got some Thai chilies and serranos. It is completely optional. Let's prepare our seafood and pork meatballs. You will need 1 pound of ground pork, half a pound of crab meat, and half a pound of minced shrimp. Mince the shrimp really well until it becomes a beautiful paste. Let's season our meatball mixture. I'm going to use the last bit of my crab paste from this jar. It tastes exactly the same as the minced crab and spices. Add 2 tablespoons of crab paste or minced crab and spices. Use what you have. You don't have to buy both. The soup will still taste amazing. Sprinkle half a teaspoon of black pepper onto the meat mixture. Add 2 teaspoons of salt, one teaspoon of finely minced garlic, 2 eggs to bind everything together, and add a softness to the meatballs. Leave the crab meat aside for now. Mix the mixture really well until everything is incorporated. Now it's time to add those fat chunks of crab meat. I can't wait to eat this. Adding the crab meat last prevents it from breaking up too much in the mixing phase. Mix the crab meat in gently, cover, and set aside for later. For this noodle soup, we will be using vermicelli noodle. They are rice noodles that are round just like spaghetti. In general, the instructions for cooking these are on the back of the package. Every brand cooks differently, so follow the instructions on the back of your package. I've also included how I cook these, just in case you wanted to know. Add water to a large pot, along with 1 teaspoon of salt. Mix the salt around. Next, add the noodles directly into the room temperature water. We're going to let the noodles warm up along with the water. That way the noodles will cook evenly instead of being mushy on the outside and hard on the inside. Once the water boils, it will take 8 to 10 minutes for the thin, fine vermicelli to cook. Once the cooked noodles have reached the desired consistency or texture, rinse it under cold water to stop the cooking and remove excess starch. Now we'll prep them so that they don't stick together. Grab individual portion serving size and swirl them into a circular motion to kind of almost create like a ball-like structure. If you find that the noodles are hard to separate, just wet them again with cold water. This will help loosen the noodles up and be easier for you to pull apart into serving sizes. Trust me, setting your noodles up like this will make it easier to portion out for everybody later on. Cover and set aside until it's time to eat. Now, let's set up the optional veggies on the side for everybody to choose what they want to eat. I also have some water spinach, also known as morning glory, so I'm going to serve that on the side as well. Finally, our broth is done. Let's release the pressure. It smells so incredibly savory, guys. I cannot wait for you to try this recipe and smell what I smell. Remove the ginger pieces along with the pork bones to make room for the meatballs. Set the Instant Pot onto saute mode to bring the broth to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, start forming meatballs out of the mixture from earlier using 2 spoons or just your hands, and drop the meatballs directly into the boiling broth. Now it's time to finish seasoning the broth. Add in the remaining crab paste that you have left over in your can or jar. Allow the broth to come back to a boil so that the meat can continue to cook. When the broth comes back up to a boil, allow it to boil 2 to 3 minutes. The meatballs will begin to float to the top. That means they are done cooking. Remove the cooked meatballs and set them aside, cover them up for later. It's time to put finishing touches to our broth. Add the rest of the sliced tomatoes into the boiling broth. Remove any remaining meatballs that have finished cooking. At this point, you can also add fried tofu. I just bought mine from the supermarket. It is totally optional. Now we just need to add more hot water to the broth. Fill it all the way up until you reach 1 inch below the lip of the pot. Allow the broth to come back up to a boil. Make sure to stir occasionally. Let the broth boil for 2 to 3 minutes. And then it's ready. Turn off the saute mode. You can also check the broth's saltiness. I've already measured out everything for you in order to achieve the flavor that I like. Should you find it bland and want it more salty, add a little bouillon at a time, 1 teaspoon at a time, and taste it as you mix. It's my favorite part, the plating, because we're that much closer to eating. You can choose to add the vegetable in along with the broth or leave it on the table for your guests to add on their own. It's an option to let your guests customize their own bowls. For a more pungent and traditional flavor, you can also allow your guests to have the option to use a shrimp sauce paste, and they can add that individually along with the lime to add more saltiness, brininess, and tanginess to their bowls. I hope that you have enjoyed cooking with me today. I hope that you continue to practice and become the master chefs in your own home. If you've enjoyed this video and learning along with me, leave me a comment below. And don't forget to click that subscribe button to my channel, along with the notification bell for alerts on new videos. Hit that like button so I know that you've enjoyed cooking with me today. Written recipes are available on my website. Until next time, my friends, goodbye.